This is KBOI 2 News this morning.
Once more of a hidden gem, Idaho's wine scene has been coming into the spotlight in recent years. As the industry continues to expand, it can be hard to keep up with it all.
Yeah, so over the next few months, we're doing our best to catch you up on what's growing on Idaho's vines and what's swirling in the tasting rooms.
So our first stop was Williamson Vineyards. It's one of the area's older wineries because, well, before you start, everyone should probably get a crash course in Wine Tasting 101. Tucked away in rural Canyon County sits a budding wine industry that's been growing from the ground up, the roots dating back to the 1970s.
We're really excited about how Idaho wine industry is growing.
Once you're in the Sunny Slope wine region, these signs will point you in the right direction. Well, hopefully. But as long as you end up at a tasting room, you're doing it right. Williamson Vineyards was our first stop. It's been around since the 1990s. One of the early wine operations in the area, these winemakers here are old pros. But they say you don't have to be one to enjoy wine tasting.
I do see people when they come in the door, they feel intimidated. They don't know what to expect.
Yep.
They feel like it's really fancy and they're maybe not sure like what to do.
Guilty.
Shouldn't feel that way. This is a very fun, welcoming industry.
So here's that warm welcome to the industry. A little Wine Tasting 101.
We joke it's how to be a wine expert in 30 seconds. We're trying to hit up all of our senses in this 30 seconds.
Okay, well,
okay.
Do it.
All right.
Beverly Williamson Mack says you can break down the basics into 3 steps.
We'll pour ourselves a little sample.
Okay, 4 if you count the pour itself. Anyway, step 1 is to look at both the color and clarity of your wine.
Look through the top. So you're looking down. Is it deep red? Is it brown? Is it thick? Can you see through it?
Color can indicate how the wine was processed and also hint at things like age and alcohol content.
What color would you describe it?
Like a reddish maroon, or like, but it's got a little bit of a lighter, I don't know, like plummish. Oh, I'm so bad. I don't know.
No, you're doing good. You're doing good. Go ahead, have a peek. What do you see?
I see like a burgundy color.
By the way, it's okay to see different things. The next step, step 2, smell your wine. Start by swirling your glass.
You're trying to get those molecules bouncing around a little bit more. You want to get your nose in there. If you can see, my nose is pretty much inside the glass. Tiny little huffs are actually a little bit better. I know that sounds weird.
Okay.
So you're going to get in there and you're going to kind of sniff. I'll go ahead. I want you guys to try it. Go ahead and give it a little swirl.
It smells like wine.
And step 3 finally puts the tasting in wine tasting.
I'll go ahead.
Do the honors.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to swirl it around. I'm going to get it moving around. You kind of go. Essentially, you're leaving the wine on your tongue and you're breathing in over top of it, and it kind of bubbles it a little bit.
So it's not weird to hear that noise and it tastes.
No, it's intentional.
These techniques can help aerate the wine in your mouth so that you get the full experience.
I get a little bit of cranberry. I get a little bit of cedar on this one. I might even get a little bit of raspberry.
The big lesson in all of this, it's okay to be an amateur. Look at us. There are few wrong answers about looks, smell, or even taste. The idea is just to experience the local wine scene and maybe learn a thing or two, one sip at a time. Denny Hawkins, KBOI 2 News.